Do you want to start winning fights and full piecing your opponents just like this? If so, then you've come to the right place, because I've been a top ranked player for over 8 seasons now, and today I'm going to be showing you 10 build moves that you need to master. These build moves are all going to be designed to make you a better fighter in the shortest amount of time possible. And don't worry, every build move I'm going to teach you in this video is going to be very easy to master. So if you guys do enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code Farley in the Fortnite item shop. But now onto the video. Now the first build move I'm going to cover in this video is the best way to end fights quickly in ranked, and that is by using the cone phase trick. Alright, so this move is pretty simple. Let's say you're fighting someone and they're boxed up like this. If you see your opponent boxed up like this, don't go over to their wall and then edit and try and piece them up. Instead, what I want you to do is drop a layer below your opponent's box, because if you don't know this already, if you hold out a cone and look towards your opponent's box, you can actually place a cone directly inside your opponent's box. And when you place this cone, if the player's standing in the middle of the box, boom, it's going to trap them in the cone, and now their only option is to edit down here. So from this point, when you place the cone on the player's head, you now know he's going to drop down here. So all you have to do is place a wall, make a window edit, and full box his space. And when he edits down, he's going to be cooked because you're on a right hand and you can pump him and then pick up a free elimination. And now I'm going to show you how to transfer this build move into an actual rank match. Now from this position right here, this is the most important part of the fight. I'm going to look into his box and see if there's a cone, if there's a ramp facing in a certain direction, or a cone or any type of piece control. If there isn't, if you didn't know this already, if you're below a player and you actually hold out a cone where their box is, you can throw a cone over on top of them, trapping them in the cone just like I did here. From this point, the player can't leave the cone, so he's going to be forced to edit down obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wall in front of me, and then I'm going to box the entire area below the player, so that by the time he tries to edit down and leave the box, it's obviously full box, and I can easily one pump the player, picking up a free elimination just like that. So if you want to pick up free elims and full box your opponent like this, start looking into their box, see if you can place a cone, and then you can trap them and piece them, and then pick up free elims just like this in ranked. Moving on now, I'm going to be talking about the most consistent way you can piece control your opponent every single time, and that is by using high walls. So to do high walls is pretty simple. If you see your opponent building up a layer above you, don't hold out a wall on the layer below the opponent. Look up and grab control of the box above the player just like this. This means by the time the player's ramping up, you already have control of the walls in front of him. And that means from your position right here, you can easily grab control of the box they're standing in. Place a floor, spray it, replace it with a cone. Now you're on a perfect right hand peak. You have a full box, and even if you pump them and whip, you can reset. And then, you can make another edit, pump, or you could even change angles if you wanted to, and pick up a free elim just like that. And now I'm actually going to show you how to do this in a rank match. So in this fight right here, as you can see, I'm jumping up trying to take high ground on my opponent, but he gets 2 ramps above me. So what I'm going to do is elevate with him, and then I'm going to box myself, make a window edit, and then place a cone. What this does is it blocks the player from going up. And now from this point, I notice all the walls on his sides are open. So I'm going to grab everything and I'm going to completely full box this player. From this point, I'm going to play super smart and I'm going to fake pickaxe swing just in case the player wanted to edit on the ramp and then 50-50 me. When he doesn't, now I'm going to replace it with a cone and I can pump him, crack him, and then reset the wall. And from this point, the fight is basically over. I changed angles, the player runs out, and then I'm able to drop on him, catch him on a peak, and I'm able to pump him and then pick up a free elimination. So if you want to start winning fights in ranked against super aggressive players, start trying to catch them off guard by taking the aggression towards them and W-keying them instead. Moving on now, let's talk about the next best build move to become a better fighter, and that is the protected side jump. The protected side jump is one of the best high ground retakes you can use on your opponent. Alright, so side jump high walls are pretty simple. If my opponent is up above me, like let's say he's up here, and I am all the way down here on low ground, if I want to get up to the player, I'm going to use a side jump high wall to grab control of the box before he can get there. Learning this is pretty simple. It's just 2 or 3 really easy steps. What I want you to do is place a ramp, place a cone in front of you, and practice side jumping and holding out high walls. So do this over and over until you can get this movement down. Just keep doing it until you can get it down every single time. From this point, practice catching yourself on the floor. So throw high walls and then place a floor. It doesn't matter if you place this floor, it's kind of helpful anyways. So just jump up, catch yourself with the floor. And from this point, now all you have to do is just incorporate a ramp to the final product. So now when you do the side jump and you place the ramp, you can edit through and then piece the player. So when you finally have to go up on your opponent, you can edit through just like this, piece them up, and then pick up a free elimination. And this also works from the other side too. Don't forget that you can still do it from this side as well. This next build move I'm going to cover in this video is one of the best ways to deal with aggressive players. Alright, so this move is pretty simple. Let's say you're up on high ground just like this, and your opponent is below you and he's trying to ramp up on you in 180 like this. If this happens and you see the player going up in this direction, like you see the player going up, when you see the player going up, what I want you to do is hold out a wall in front of you, place a wall, edit the wall, and then place a cone, and then edit the cone on the two tiles like this while staying on a right hand peak. Notice how I edited the cone, right? I edited and then I swung to the left. This means if I make an edit, I'm on a right hand peak. So if I was standing right there, the player couldn't see me. So all together it looks like this. See the player building up, place a wall, edit through, right hand peak, pump the player, reset. And now I'm going to show you how to transfer this build move into an actual rank match. Now from this point, the player is going to run up and set up a ramp on my side. So to piece control this player, I'm going to hold out a wall in front of me, edit the wall, place a cone, and then flip the cone while swinging to the left. What this does is it gives me a complete right hand peek on the other player. You'll notice from my POV right now, if we pause the fight, you can see this is me and this is the other player. I can completely see him. But when we go to the other player's POV from this fight, you'll notice as soon as I confirm the edit, notice how I swung behind the wall, he can't see me, and look, he whiffs his shot. And from this point, after I'm able to max this player and hit him 185, I'm going to see he tries to box up and pop meds. So to piece control him again, I'm going to change angles, drop onto his back wall while spraying the wall so I can grab it before he can turn around, and from this point, I can make an edit on him, place a cone in his box, and pump him once and then pick up a free elimination. So if you want to start picking up kills just like this, look for opportunities like in this fight right here to piece control your opponent, giving you free kills in the new meta. The next build move I'm going to cover in this video is the best way to do damage while not taking damage, and that is incorporating movements into your peaks. Now the reason you need to incorporate movement is pretty simple. Let's say you're in a fight like this and you're on your opponent's wall, right? You want to steal their wall and you want to full box them. A lot of people will make the mistake of making the right edit and trying to full box the player, but they leave themselves exposed and they take damage when they take that peek. So instead, when you see your opponent below you, you want to drop onto their wall and incorporate movement. So when I grab this wall right here and I want to make the edit and full box the player, don't just 50-50 it. Learn to swing and then make the edit. So now you're protected and now you don't take a 50-50 and now you can swing right and pump the player. And now I'm actually going to show you how to do this in a rank match. Now from this point in the fight right here, I see this player on my wall, but I'm not going to edit yet. Instead, I'm going to wait for the other player to pull out his pickaxe and then start swinging on my wall. This way I can make a window edit and full box the player without him being able to shoot back at me. And once I full box this player and trapped him in a cone, I now need to make a protected peek so I don't take any damage in this fight. So I need to incorporate my movement so I don't take any damage. So as I edit the cone, notice how I'm going to edit and then swing all the way to the left. This means that when I confirm the edit, as you can see from my POV, I can fully see the player and I'm on a right hand peek on the window. But from where the other player is right now, you can see I'm fully protected behind that wall and he can't see me. This means I'm easily able to give myself a right hand peek, pump the player in the face, and then pick up a free elimination. So if you want to start winning fights consistently in rank just like this, start making protected peeks so you don't take damage, and then you can full box and 200 your opponents. The next build move in this video is the best build move to counter any right hand peek. Alright, so this trick right here is basically just going to counter any right hand peek someone can do from you from a box. To do this, all you have to do is place a cone next to the player, and what I want you to do is flip up the two right tiles and then the left back tile. What this does is flips up the cone like this. And from where the player is boxed up right here, if he tries to make a peanut butter peek, you can see clearly fully countered by the cone. Or if he tries to make a right hand peek with a window edit, it's fully countered by the cone. Don't stand in the middle or the right side, stand on the left side so you're protected from any peek he can make. And from this point, you can safely spray the wall. If you don't grab it the first time, you can try again. Grab the wall, piece the player, and then pump him and then reset. And if you do this, the player's probably going to have to leave the box, so you can just pre-piece that side, pump him, and then pick up a free elim. Also, I'd like to mention you don't just have to do this with a cone like this. You can also do it with a ramp like this, flip the ramp like this so you can stay protected behind it, because it also does counter the peanut butter peek and the right hand peek. As you can see, I've made the edit, but I still can't even see it. And now I could just steal it from here, edit, and then pump the player if you're more comfortable with that. And now I'm going to show you how to transfer this build move into an actual rank match. Now when I break this wall, notice how I'm going to avoid the 50 again by putting a cone, and then I flip up the cone like this. Flipping up a cone like this, basically all it does is it counters a right hand peek or a peanut butter peek. So let's say he edits a peanut butter peek, boom, this cone blocks it. If he makes a window edit right here, it blocks it. Anything will be blocked. And from that point, you can stay on a right hand peek and then just steal the wall, now edit through, and then I can replace his floor with a cone and then pump him and then pick up a free elim. So if you want to quickly win fights in ranked, stop taking 50-50s and start taking good peeks just like this. The next build move in this video is another great way to deal with aggressive players, and that is the fake box trick. Alright, so this build move is really easy to learn. Let's say you're boxed up, right? You're boxed up like this, and you know someone's pushing up to you. What I want you to do is, it doesn't really matter what direction you go in, but I want you to create a fake box. So what I mean by that is make an edit on a wall, and then create a box like this, but don't actually go into it. Because your goal is to bait the opponent to think you're creating space in that direction, so that he pushes over to that side trying to grab it. And for this one, what you can do is grab and hold an edit and wait to confirm it. Wait until the player lands on it, confirm him, drop him into the box. Now you have him boxed, and you can pump him, reset, maybe at a reset, and then pump him again and pick up a free elim. So altogether, it might look like this. I'm boxing up, waiting for the player to push me. I see he's pushing from that direction. Create space this way, bait him in, edit him down, pump him, and then I just reset, pump him again, reset. And now I'm actually going to show you how to do this in a rank match. Now when I create this box, I see the other player going for my cone above me trying to take it. And when I realize this player's standing on my floor, I'm going to be able to edit him down, drop him in, pump him, and then reset the wall. And then I'm going to make sure to hold the wall. This is super important so that the other player can't shoot it and then take it. Now that the player is shot, he has shotgun delay, so I can edit through, piece the box he's in, edit through once more, and then I'm able to pump him a second time and then pick up a super quick elimination on a super aggressive player. Another great build move you can learn to win fights in ranked is the wall phase trick. Alright, so this build move is pretty simple. Let's say this is the opponent you're fighting and he's boxed up just like this. Now, if you see your opponent boxed up in here just like this, I don't want you to go for this wall and then edit on the player and try and piece him, because by the time you get that wall, he could easily just put a wall here, edit out, and then he could piece you up, and then you're cooked. So instead, what I want you guys to do is go up to your opponent's wall, start spraying it, and look into their box, and look if this wall is here in between both boxes. If there isn't, what I want you to do is, instead of grabbing this wall, you're going to look into his box in this direction, and you're going to hold out a wall, and this is going to put a wall in between you and the player, grabbing control of his box. And from this point, you can easily edit through, place a cone, now you're on the right hand, and you can pump the player and pick up a free elimination. So right here, full example, I see my opponent boxed up, go up to his wall, maybe I pressure it, I look in, see there's no wall, phase in, cone, full piece the player, pump him, and I just picked up a free elimination. And my final two build moves of this video are high ground retakes you can use to win fights. This retake is pretty simple. All you're going to do is put a ramp in front of you, put a wall, look up, put another wall, place a ramp here to keep yourself protected from the player behind you, and then I want you to hold out a cone, drag the cone to the right. From this point, once you get this cone over, I want you to turn around 180, place two walls, jump, place a ramp, and then place a floor above you. From this point, it's your choice. You can edit up and then go for a piece, or what I like to do is, instead of that, sprint 180, catch yourself, and then do a high wall. So now you're even higher on height, and then you can, piece the player and then pick up a free elim. This other one is pretty simple. If you want to easily stay on height or just keep yourself protected when you're going up for height, just do this right here. All you're going to do is edit through on your wall, or while you're just going up, placing a ramp like this, hold out walls, place two walls, look up, place two more walls, place a ramp, and then you can edit through. And this is literally, you can do this for infinite, right? You can go like this. You can also just edit through your wall right here. So you can go up, edit through, and then you could go up, maybe do the 180 trick I just showed you again, and then you could go for a piece on your opponent. Now that is going to wrap up this video, so if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. And YouTube says you'll probably enjoy one of the two videos on screen, so go check those out. But with that, I'm out. Peace.